Seattle's Morning News, I'm Charlie Harger. Make American Weather Prediction Great Again. That's the title of a blog post from UW Atmospheric Sciences professor Cliff Mass, who joins us now. Cliff, if I'm reading this right, you're saying American weather prediction is lagging behind other countries, especially Europe, because we're stuck with old tech and not enough funding?
Well, the money is okay. It's how we're organized. So it is true that we are lagging behind. Right now we're fourth in the world in terms of global prediction, which is really unfortunate. We started the technology of numerical weather prediction. We were the best in the world, but we've let that advantage slide. So it's not money. It's the fact we have this bureaucracy that's extremely ineffective, and we're not using the vast research capacity of the United States.
So it sounds like you're shooting your shot. You know that we have a new administration coming in. They might want to shake things up. So you're saying, hey guys, if you're going to go for it, go big.
That's right. I'm hoping that this administration might want to reevaluate the whole bureaucratic structure that has taken us to this bad place.
Now, it doesn't sound like you're criticizing the forecasters themselves, the hardworking men and women in the weather service, but more just like the bureaucrats who are getting in the way sometimes.
That's right. It's not even the forecasters; it's the people who run the models, develop the models, and computer simulation. That's the essence of weather prediction. That's the technology. And we've allowed ourselves to develop inferior capabilities for forecasting the weather in the future. So the people are technically fine, but we've split up vast American resources into 5 or 6 different groups, each of them suboptimal. It's a very bad organization.
So you've got a magic wand. Elon Musk or Vivek Ramaswamy calls you and says, "Okay, Cliff, what should we do? What are you going to do?"
Well, I think I know exactly what to do. And I've been on committees of other scientists describing what needs to be done. What we need to do is create one entity in the United States that does numerical weather prediction, bring together all the resources there, and probably have it outside of NOAA or outside of other agencies, have an independent group that brings everything together to create the best forecasting system in the world that all the agencies can share. Instead of NASA doing it, the Navy doing it, the Air Force doing it, no one doing it, them doing it separately and doing it in an inferior way, to have one American effort that is the world best.
We're talking with UW Atmospheric Sciences professor Cliff Matz. Why is this important? I know you are someone who really believes this all needs to come together under one tent, but why?
Well, weather forecasting is extraordinarily important. The economic implications of poor forecasting is immense, not only for the economy, but also for saving lives and property. That improved forecasts really pay for themselves. So much of the American economy is weather related or weather sensitive that even a small increment in forecast skill has big payoffs for the American people.
Last we talked a couple weeks ago, you said the models got the windstorm pretty right. So let's maybe just contrast that with maybe the bigger picture you're getting at here.
That's right. So the short-term forecasts were actually quite good. So I'm not saying weather technology hasn't gotten better. It is. It has gotten better. It's immensely better than what it was, let's say 30, 40 years ago. Well, we've made progress, but we could be much, much better than we are today. And that's my point. We should be better like that.
As I was inviting you to this meeting, this article came up about AI and weather forecasting and how Google is getting it right in 15-day forecasts, better than even the European models. Talk to me about that, and how does that play into what your pitch is for the new administration?
Well, one of the most exciting advances in meteorology during the last several years is the application of machine learning, AI, for weather prediction. It turns out that machine learning, trained properly, can make extremely good forecasts. And a number of groups have done this. From Amazon to the European Center, several people have tried this, and it's very, very good, at least in getting global forecasts better. So we need to apply this. The European Center is already doing this. The U.S. weather prediction effort in NOAA, the National Weather Service, has no operational capabilities in this area. So this is another example where the Weather Service and NOAA are lagging behind.
So let's say they say, you know what, Cliff is right. We're going to make this investment. What does weather forecasting look like in a decade, 2 decades from now?
Well, what you would see is far better forecasts the second week. Now, forecasts are pretty good a day or two out, but you see the big improvements would be days seven to 10 that's where you'd see the biggest improvements, and even some improvements into 14 days and more. So, you'd see a real vast improvement week to 2 weeks out. That's what I think we could attain.
Okay, and then last question for you, Cliff. White Christmas, yes or no?
No. Probably not. The chances are against it. Uh, although the fog is going to go away and it's going to get wet and warmer as we get into the weekend.
Cliff, thanks for your time today. Really appreciate our conversation. We'll catch you next time.